Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
Well, for those of you who might be considering buying in May as we start this month, instead of selling, according to the old adage, you may want to consider a couple of stocks that these folks have to offer for your consideration. Eric Dutram and Brian Hamilton, namely. Eric, we're going to start with you. You have Western Digital.
That's right. The ticker symbol here is WDC. The company just reported earnings last week. Absolutely phenomenal quarter, beat earnings by about 11%, but really it was the guidance that was the key for this company. Very strong guidance, very strong outlook for the company, but we really didn't see that good of a reaction initially. Shares were up, 2-3% on Friday, and now they're down 2-3% here on Monday. But if we look at some of the stats, it's pretty surprising we haven't seen a better reaction. Right now we do have a buy rank on this stock, top 25% rank for both the industry and the sector. And then, of course, the style scores. We got value in A, growth A, momentum A, which gives us the VGM of A. That's a triple play, as we might say here. Right. But really, the earnings estimates surging here has really been the big story for WDC. As we can see, for the most accurate estimate right now, the current quarter is $2.40, and that's a huge increase over the Zacks consensus estimate right now. And we see a similar trend for the current year and next year. So we're seeing some really high estimates for this company, and shares really haven't responded as of yet. So to me, it's a pretty solid value, especially with a PE below 14. So to me, it's kind of an underappreciated story in the market that I think investors can take advantage of.
Okay. Brian Hamilton, you're looking at Caterpillar.
Yeah, they just reported earnings last Tuesday, and they actually crushed it. They doubled the Zacks consensus earnings estimate and easily beat the revenue estimate. And management stated that growth in China and the U.S. were the huge drivers behind it. And because of the great reporting, they increased guidance for earnings and revenues for the fiscal year 2017. Now, to add to the bonus, on yesterday, Congress approved the $1 trillion spending package, which included $1.5 billion in infrastructure repair and infrastructure grants to multiple states in America. Also, you have to remember, in 2015, President Obama signed the Transportation Infrastructure Act, which was a $305 billion funding for infrastructure repair. That's just starting, so those projects are just going. And we're still waiting President Trump's $1 trillion 10-year plan. So all these things together combined have caused estimates to increase. So if we take a look at the estimates here, for next quarter, Q2, which is traditionally their strongest quarter, we've gone up from 90 cents to $1.09. We always increase. In Q3, we're seeing a nice, steady increase as well. Fiscal year 2017 has really jumped from $3.06 to $4.05. Fiscal year 2018 has done well as well. Now, this isn't just an anomaly that they beat once here. Caterpillar has beaten the Zacks consensus earnings estimates for 9 consecutive quarters, and we see this beautiful uptrend in price as subsequently because of the beats. Now, on a more of an industrial scale, this is a Zacks ranked #1, but they're also in the top 9% in the industry rank, and they're in the #1 in the Zacks sector rank. We also have to take in consideration housing startups and housing permits are also at all-time highs or near all-time highs. So 2017 is looking very good for Caterpillar.
All right, and so apparently all of that news coming together is better news than causing that layoff news that they had a while back to take a back seat.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Okay, either of you own these stocks?
Don't own them, but both of them are actually in the surprise trader portfolio right now.
I do not own.
All right, well, good to know. And in the meantime, in between these top stock pick segments, you can always get more information, not only on the stocks mentioned here, but on others as well. On our website, Zacks.com, get on over to the homepage and begin the search for stock commentary, stock picks, and stock picking strategies. With Eric and Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.